Say hello. Say hi. Say welcome to my video. You ready? Ready? Yay! Let's go! Hey guys, so I decided to do a voiceover for this because I thought it'd be just easier. But I had already washed my baby's hair, so I'm just taking one of those big tooth combs and I'm just combing through her hair. This part makes it easier just for when I'm partying and I'm doing all that good stuff. She has really thick and curly hair, so it's always easier for me to make sure that I comb through her hair before I actually style her hair. Now, I will say this disclaimer. I am by no means a stylist. I am just a mother that just be trying to tame her little baby's fro. So I want to disclaimer that just in case anybody has any opinions about some of the things that I do. There is a reason why. I'm just trying to make it cute and make it kitty. So now I'm going to use the Cantu for kids. It's the one that ends in playground. It's basically made so that if she goes on the playground and plays, her hair will stay in place. So I just put this all over her hair, and I'll make sure that I put it down in the description box as well because I don't have it in front of me right now, so I can't necessarily think of the name. But I do want to give you guys the right name. So first what I do is part the top of her hair. I part the top of her hair just to give a difference between where her ponytails are going to be and where I'm actually doing the little style design. So this part can be kind of tedious because I am definitely dealing with a 2-year-old. So I'm just parting across the top of her head just so I can get that space for her ponytails and then her space to style. So we're just doing that. And then I take a scrunchie and just put that little piece of those pieces of hair in a ponytail just so that we can have it separated from everything else. And then I take a brush and a soft brush and I just brush through her hair. Then next, I'm going to go take from that part that I made at the top of her head, I'm going to go down the middle of her head and just create 2 different sections. It's easier on especially kids' hair, and they don't typically like to stand or sit, for that long. It's easier to separate their hair into sections. So I separate her hair into 2 sections, and then I put the other section into a ponytail just so it can sit there, and then I work on one section at a time. Like I said, it's always way easier to deal in sections than trying to do the whole head at one time. And I also go back, like, I can't be perfect, but I try to be as perfect as I can with her parts. So we did the part down the middle. We put her hair in a little section. So now we're going to work on the other section. So I'm just going to go in the middle of that part and create a part across the middle. And I'm going to create a part down the side. So it's kind of trial and error when you do hair, or especially children's hair. So I did my part across and made it straight, just to kind of see how I wanted to do my parts and where I wanted to put my parts at. And then I perfected those parts. And once I got her parts together, I parted one side down the side. And I know you're like, well, why would you do that? And it's just like a mental thing. Like, it's kind of like creating a map for yourself, so you kind of understand exactly where everything's going. So I parted that side, and I'm using these colorful rubber bands that I got from Walmart. Try to make it fun and cute. Kids like colors, so we learned our colors. And don't mind Mulan in the background. We have watched this every day since we've been quarantined. Which I'm glad she likes it because I like it too. So we're able to sit and watch it together. But that's definitely playing in the background. But yes, so we parted that little side area. And we're just going to use a rubber band, and we're going to rubber band that part together. And then after I did that, that's when I went back to that part that I had originally created. And I just went back and I created the part again. And I was able to actually brush that part that I parted out and use one of her rubber bands and rubber band it. Of course, you perfect your part to make it as straight as possible. And I actually had a good time doing this because she actually sat still majority of the time, which never happens. So she must have knew she was on camera. Sorry about the background noise. As y'all know, we have a full house. So I'm trying to find the quietest place in the house. But, yeah, so you're just going to rubber band those parts and make sure that those parts are rubber band and they're even. And then the very same thing that you did to the one side, the first side that you did is the very same thing you'll do to the other side. So, of course, I parted the side like I did on the other side, and I'm rubber banding that up. And then I'm just going to follow the part that I already created on the other side and just make a straight part across the other side of the hair. So that's why I said it's easier to break it up into sections, because once you kind of have a map of how you're parting the hair and how you're styling the hair, just makes it way easier, way easier to part it. And I'm just going to rubber band that up. Make sure it's not going to be perfect because kids are kids, but we try to do it as perfect as possible. And we're just going to rubber band that bottom part just like we did the other side. Everything, you're mimicking everything that you did to the other side. Next, what you're going to do is twist up all those little ponytails that you made. So, I got this hairstyle kind of off Pinterest. I kind of took different ideas that I saw, and I just wanted to execute it. So I twisted that hair up, and I twisted that hair up, and then I connected it. So you just take the two pieces across from each other, and you just take another rubber band, and you connect it. And then you do that same thing to the other side. So we're just going to twist that bottom piece, twist that top piece, and then connect it so that it creates a cross across her head. Something fun and cute. I love having a daughter because you're able to do fun hairstyles. So then I took the sides, those two other pieces on the side, and I twisted them up. And I connected them to the ponytail that we created when we created our one part of our X, is what I should say. So we went ahead and we did the other side the same way. And then now we're taking that piece in the front of the head that we put in a ponytail that we originally separated in the beginning. And you could either do one ponytail or two. I just thought it would be cute to do two ponytails. So I did two ponytails. So I did her some pigtails. It was so cute. Oh, she's here. She's here in the voiceover. Say hi.
Hi. Hey. Mom.
Yes.
Hey.
Hey.
How you?
Good.
How you?
How are you?
Good.
Good.
Egg.
So then next, after we do that, I created her two ponytails. So I'm just going to flip her forward, and we're going to get these baby hairs together as much as possible. So I'm still using that pomade that I used, and I'm just laying down her baby hairs. I'm just going to lay them down, brush them down.
Daddy. Mom.
So I brushed them down as good as possible. I know the front doesn't look as straight as it normally does. At that point, she was getting kind of antsy, so I was just trying to hurry up and finish. But anytime we do her hair, I always say cute, and she'll tilt her head. So I think she was feeling herself and the hair. Thought we'd get another close-up of the back here. All right. I'm going to pull. Let me see your hair now. You got pigtail. Bye.
Bye.
Say thank you
Thank you.
for watching.
Bye.
Bye.